of soil, texture, age, its color and thickness. Indian soil in India are classified as alluvial soil, black soil, red and yellow soil, arid soil, laterite soil and forest soil. We already discussed the features of alluvial soil and black soil. Let's discuss the features of red and yellow soil. Okay, here red and yellow soil, this soil develops on crystalline igneous rocks. Okay, the red and yellow soil is develops from which type of soil? It is develops on crystalline igneous rocks. Okay, and found this soil found in the areas of low rainfall in eastern and the southern parts of Deccan Plateau. Okay, when we analyze about the red and yellow soil, first how this soil develops. This soil develops on crystalline igneous rocks and found this soil in the areas of low rainfall in eastern and the southern parts of Deccan Plateau. Okay. Another important feature of red and yellow soil was we can see these types of soils in Orissa, Chhattisgarh, southern parts of Middle Ganga Plain and Piedmont zone of Western Ghats. Okay. The availability of red and yellow soils in from where? Orissa, Chhattisgarh, southern parts of the Ganga Plain and the Piedmont zone of Western Ghats. Okay. When we discuss red and yellow soil, first how it develops. This soil or red and yellow soil develops from crystalline igneous rocks and found areas of low rainfall area. Where is the low rainfall area in India? Low rainfall area in eastern and southern parts of Deccan Plateau. Okay. Then the states, the soil cover the states like Orissa, Chhattisgarh, southern parts of Ganga Plain and the Piedmont zone of Western Ghats. Okay. Then why do the soil is red and yellow in color? First let's discuss why do this soil is red in color. Why did this soil is red in color? Because of the diffusion of iron content, iron in crystalline and metamorphic rocks, this soil is red in color. Why did this soil is red in color? Here happened diffusion of this soil with the crystalline metamorphic rocks. Okay, crystalline metamorphic rocks. So due to this reason the soil is red in color. Okay, then our topic is red and yellow soil. Okay, why do this soil also seen as yellow in color? This soil is yellow in color because of it occurs in hydrated form. It occurs hydrated form. Due to its hydrated form, we can see this soil yellows. Okay, the name of soil is red and yellow because of the diffusion of crystalline with metamorphic rocks. It is seen as red in color. Then due to its hydrated form, it looks like yellow in color. Okay. Okay. Do you understand what I explained? Our topic is red and yellow soil. When we discuss about a red and yellow soil, first how this soil develops or forms. this develops, how it develops from crystalline igneous rocks, where it formed areas of low rainfall areas in eastern and southern Deccan Plateau. Then which states cover or which areas covers in India red and yellow soil? The states of Orissa, Chhattisgarh and southern parts of Ganga Plain and Piedmont zone of Western Ghats. Then another important factor, why do this soil is seen as red in color? Because of it diffused with crystalline metamorphic rocks. Due to this reason, it is red in color. Why do this soil is in yellow color? Due to its dehydrated form, this soil is yellow in color. Okay. Then fourth one, plant-rich soil. Okay. We discussed alluvial soil, black soil, and red and yellow soil. Then fourth one, laterite soil. Okay. Laterite soil. Then laterite soil. Here the word laterite originated from Latin word later, which means brick. Okay. Laterite soil. The word laterite comes from the Latin word later, which means brick. Okay. We can see laterite soils in areas with a high temperature and heavy rainfall, extreme climate. It formed in extreme climate like high temperature and heavy rainfall. These areas we can see laterite soil. Okay. Then another important feature of laterite soil is this is the result of intense leaching due to heavy rain. We all know we can see laterite soil in the areas of heavy rainfall. Due to this heavy rainfall, it is form of intense leaching. Okay. Then due to heavy rainfall and heavy temperature, high temperature, here in this soil, humus content is very low. Why did the humus content is very low in laterite soil? We all know extreme climate in heavy rainfall and high temperature. The organism, because of the microorganism destroyed due to heavy rainfall and heavy temperature. So, humus content in laterite soil we can see less in nature. Okay, laterite soil. We can see laterite soil in the areas of heavy temperature and heavy rainfall. Due to heavy rainfall and heavy temperature, the humus content in the laterite soil is very low. So it is less fertile in nature. The reason for the low humus content was the because of heavy rainfall and heavy temperature, the microorganisms like bacteria destroyed. So in this soil, humus content is very low. And another important factor of the laterite soil was laterite soils are suitable for cultivation with the adequate doses of manures and fertilizer. If we conserve laterite soil with the caring and proper caring, we can cultivate crops in laterite soil. Okay, and these soils are mainly found in Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Madhya Pradesh. Then another important thing about laterite soil was in the hilly areas of Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, etc. These, if we properly cultivated by irrigating and the hilly areas, if we prepare for tea and coffee cultivation, we can use laterite soil better in the cultivation of coffee and tea. And another important thing, it was red laterite soil in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, Kerala are more suitable for crops like cashew also. Okay, this laterite soil are used to cultivate tea, coffee and cashew. Okay, if we care properly by irrigating and setting the soil in a proper way, we can cultivate coffee, hilly plantations like coffee, tea, cashews, etc. Okay. What are the features of laterite soil? The term laterite was derived from the Latin word later, which means brick. The laterite soil, we can see laterite soil in the areas of high temperature and heavy rainfall. Then, this is the laterite soil is the result of intense leaching due to heavy rainfall. Then, in this soil, humus content is very low because the microorganisms are destroyed due to heavy temperature. But if we given proper care to laterite soil and prepare for hilly plantation like coffee, tea and cashew, we can cultivate this crop properly in this laterite soil. Okay, these are the main features of laterite soil. Then next one, alluvial soil. Okay, we discussed. Now we discuss alluvial soil, black soil, red and yellow soil, then laterite soil, then alluvial soil. Okay, the fifth one, alluvial soil. Next, fifth one, alluvial soil. Okay, alluvial soil. In this alluvial soil, color range from red to brown. Then it is sandy in texture. We all know on the basis of factors responsible for soil formation, age, texture. What is the nature of texture? It is sandy in texture and saline in nature. This nature, the nature of alluvial soil is saline and the texture is sandy in nature. Alluvial soil is sandy in texture and saline in nature. Okay, alluvial soil is, its color is ranged from red to brown. We can see these soil as red, brown, etc. Then another important thing, this texture is sandy. Nature is what type of nature? Saline in nature. Then it found some areas of salt content is very high and common salt is obtained by evaporating the water. Here, when we evaporate water, we get salt from this place. That is the special feature of alluvial soil. Because it's high saline in nature, we can imagine humus is less in nature and less fertile in nature. And also, in the name alluvial, we can analyze it is dry in nature. Due to dry in nature, here, due to dry climate, high lacks of humus and moisture. As a dry nature, here is no moisture in nature. As no moisture, it remains as dry soil. So, and humus is very low. As humus is very low, the soil is low fertile. But like laterite soil, if we give it proper care, we can cultivate this land, or we can bring this soil as cultivatable soil. That is the speciality of this soil. To proper care, first this place want proper irrigation because dry area and less moisture, so it needs irrigation. So we give proper irrigation, we can cultivate, or the soil become cultivatable, and these types of soil we can see in western Rajasthan. These are the special feature of arid soil. Okay, we all know on the basis of soil formation. In soil formation, in the arid soil, we can see in western Rajasthan what type of factor to form arid soil. Can you imagine? We all know the factors responsible for soil formation. We discussed about 3 factors. First, relief, better, time, and various types of life, etc. are the first reason. Second reason, some natural forces. In arid soil in Rajasthan, what type of natural forces that are responsible for the formation of that arid soil? In desert region, we all know the natural force wind is the reason for the formation of this type of soil because of dry area, and you all know these types of places we can see sand dunes. Sand dune is created by the activity of wind. So in this area the soil is what type of soil we can see in this area? Dry soil and sandy in texture and saline in nature. So by evaporating this water in these places, we get salt. That is the special features of arid soil. Okay, when the question is like write 3 or 4 features of arid soil, we can write as the color of arid soil is sometimes red or brown. So it ranges from red to brown. Then its texture is sandy in texture and nature is saline in nature. Sometimes some areas salt was produced by evaporating the water of these places. Then another important thing, if we proper irrigation, we can cultivate better in this soil also. Like laterite soil, this soil is also less humus because of high temperature. Okay, what is the reason for less humus in this area? In this area there were various factors because first one, dry area, then high temperature. So the humus is very low. Okay, that is the special features of arid soil. Then another important type of soil in India is, which is the last one, forest soil. Okay, forest soil, we can see from this name forest, we can understand where it found hilly and mountainous areas. Okay, forest soil found in hilly and mountainous areas. What is the speciality of this soil? Here, sufficient rainforest we can see. Sufficient rainforest in hilly and mountainous areas or in forest area. The soil texture, the nature of soil, the texture of soil is varies according to the mountain environment. Sometimes mountain environment is extreme climate, sometimes heavy temperature. On the basis of that environment, the texture is varies on the basis of that environment. Then the soil is loamy and silty in valley sides. In valley sides, the nature of soil is loamy and silty. But the upper slope coarse grained. The soil is coarse grained in nature. That is the special features of forest soil. And another important thing, in the snow-covered areas of Himalayas, these soils experience denudation and are acidic with low humus content. What do you mean by denudation? Denudation means type of soil erosion. The water washing away the topsoil from the mountainous area. That is the denudation. In the Himalayas region, we can see the experience of denudation and are acidic with a low humus content. Due to the denudation, the soil is very less fertile because of the humus content. Humus content is washed away during rainy season. Then another important factor, the soil found in the lower parts of valleys. In the mountainous area, the lower parts of the valleys, particularly on the river terraces, the alluvial fans are fertile. Because of the rivers or due to the heavy rainfall, the top of fertile soil washed away, and where it deposited, that deposit area, the alluvial fans are very fertile, and the lower parts of areas are less fertile, because of when the topsoil washed away due to denudation, the humus content is very low in the lower parts of this area. Okay, these are the special features of forest soil. Okay, when we discuss forest soil, we can understand from the name forest, we can see hilly and mountainous areas. So forest area is common. We can see common in hilly and mountainous area. And here in this area, one of the special features here is sufficient rainforest. We can see sufficient rainforest here. The soil texture. The texture of soil is varies according to the environment of that mountainous area. What type of environment experience in mountain areas? That texture varies on the basis of that environment. Then another important thing, the soil is loamy and silty in river valley. River valley sides, the soil should loamy and silty. And the upper slopes, we can see the soil is coarse grained. And in the Himalayas region, we can see sometimes denudation happen. Due to this denudation, here the humus content is very low due to the humus in the topsoil washed away when rain occurs, or sometimes the denudation happen. Then another important factor, here when washed away due to denudation, where this soil washed away, here the topsoil or the alluvial fans are very fertile. We discussed different types of soil or classification of soil on the basis of the factors responsible for soil formation, texture, color, thickness, age, and its texture. Classification of alluvial soil, black soil, red and yellow soil, nitrate soil, arid soil, forest soil. Okay, but we all know the most important problem faced in the field of soil was soil erosion. How to conserve this soil erosion and how to protect soil. So the next topic is soil erosion and soil conservation. Before soil conservation, we should analyze different factors responsible for soil erosion. Okay. If so, what do you mean by soil erosion? It's a simple definition. The denudation of soil cover and subsequent washing down is described as soil erosion. I already told you what you mean by denudation. Denudation is washing away. The denudation of soil cover. Cover means the topsoil is denudate, and subsequently washing down is described as soil erosion. Okay, what do you mean by soil erosion? The denudation of soil cover and subsequently washing down is described as soil erosion. Okay, the word denudation, the denudation of soil cover, the topsoil is denudated, and subsequently washing down. First layer, after washing away first layer, then next stage is another layer is starting to wash. That is, it's a denudation of soil cover, and subsequent or continuous washing down is described as soil erosion. Okay. Then in the nature we can see soil formation and soil erosion is continuously go. So we can see the balance between the soil erosion, soil formation and the soil erosion. Because when soil eroded in one hand, and the other hand soil form after soil erosion. But there is so many human activities disturbed this balance system in nature. What are the human activities that disturb soil erosion? Or what were the problems of soil by human activities? What were the problems? We already discussed when we studied in the topic land. What are the reasons for land degradation, etc. We analyzed last class. What were the reasons? We all know overgrazing, over-irrigation, mining, all these factors are related to degradation of land. The same reasons was the reasons responsible for the soil erosion also. What were the reasons for soil erosion? The human activities such as, which are the over-irrigation, overgrazing, mining and other activities. Then deforestation, that is a main or most important thing of or reason of soil erosion. Okay, the human activities such as deforestation, overgrazing, or mining, over irrigation, etc. are the reason for soil erosion. Okay, then construction. These are the human activities. So many natural forces also cause soil erosion. We all know what were the natural reasons. What were the natural reasons responsible for soil erosion? We all know wind, running water, running glaciers, etc. are the natural forces that are responsible for soil erosion. Okay. Then here I hope that you understood the reason for soil erosion. What were the reasons for soil erosion? There are two reasons. One is human activities and the other is some natural forces. What are the human activities responsible for soil erosion? There were several human activities responsible for soil erosion. They were deforestation, mining, over-irrigation, overgrazing, construction of buildings, etc. Okay. What are the natural forces? The natural forces like running water, rainfall, wind, then wind, and these are the natural forces that are responsible for soil erosion. Okay. Then sometimes the running water cuts through clay soil and make deep channels. That is known as gullies. What do you mean by gullies? During the time of heavy rainfall, the water is running with a high force. During that time, the running water cuts through clay soil and make deep channels. These channels is known as gullies. Okay, what do you mean by gullies? The running water cuts through what type of soil? Clay soil and make what? Deep channels. That channel is known as gullies. Okay. Then, do you know what you mean by bad land? From the heading, bad land, or from the title, bad land, we can understand what you mean by bad land. What do you mean by bad land? The land that is unfit for cultivation or not fit for cultivation is known as bad land. Okay. These are the short types or one-word questions in your textbook. So you should read your text properly and underline the set type of headlines and titles and read and prepare short notes. Okay. Here gullies was the running water cuts through clay soil and form deep channel. That is gullies. Bad land means the land was unfit for or land not fit for cultivation is known as bad land. Then gullies, wetland. Then another important sheet erosion. What do you mean by sheet erosion? Water flow on sheet over large areas down a slope. A sheet of covering of land washed away when heavy rainfall. In such cases, the topsoil is washed away. That is sheet erosion. A sheet of land, a sheet of soil washed away due to heavy rainfall. That type of soil erosion is called sheet erosion. Okay, what do you mean by sheet erosion? Water flows on sheet over large areas down a slope. A sheet of area slope down due to heavy rainfall. In such cases, the topsoil is washed away as a sheet of erosion. That erosion is called sheet erosion. Okay, what type of denudation? Soil erosion, and then gullies, badland, sheet erosion. That is the short answer. Take all 1 mark question, 2 mark questions on gullies, badland, sheet erosion, denudation, soil erosion, etc. Okay. Then another important reason for soil erosion was defective farming. Farming methods, when we farm in defective way, it will lead to soil erosion. And another important thing, plowing in a wrong way. Sometimes some persons don't know how to plow. Sometimes when they plow and unnecessary channels created due to that wrong plowing. When due to heavy rainfall, sometimes it will become it is the reason for responsible for soil erosion. Okay, so in the case of soil erosion, we discussed what do you mean by soil erosion, what are the reasons for soil erosion, what do you mean by gullies, what do you mean by badland, what is sheet erosion, what is denudation, etc. we discuss in this topic. Okay, here now we discuss what are the reasons for soil erosion. So it is necessary to preserve soil also. Okay, how can we preserve soil or how can we conserve soil? When we discussed land degradation, we discussed reason for land degradation and how to solve or how to preserve land. For preserve land, we discussed so many reasons. Like that reasons are also the reasons for the preservation or conservation of soil. Okay, let's discuss what are the reasons for what are the mothers were first contour plowing. This was a method to prevent land degradation. Okay, contour plowing is plowing along the contour lines can decelerate the flow of water down the slopes. That is contour plowing. Contour, do you know what you mean by contour lines? This decelerates the flow of water down the slope. That is the facility to create to flow of water down. That is contour plowing. Okay. To conserve soil, first we can adopt contour plowing. Then another important method to preserve soil is terrace farming. Okay. Another important method to prevent soil erosion is terrace farming or terrace cultivation. Terrace farming or terrace cultivation, we can see steps can be cut out on the slopes making terraces. First cut out and divide into terraces, then cultivate. Here terrace cultivation restricts soil erosion properly. In western and central Himalayas have well developed terrace farming. We can see the western and central Himalayas, we can see terrace farming in different parts of that area. Here where the western and central Himalayas, we can see in most of the places we can see terrace farming to prevent soil erosion. Okay. Then strip cropping. What do you mean by strip cropping? Here, fields can be divided into strips. Then cultivate crop. That is strip cropping. Then another important method to prevent soil erosion is shelter belt. From the heading, we can understand it to remain as shelter to prevent soil erosion. What is that shelter erosion? Here, rows of trees are called shelter belts. Planted trees on the border of the area, and it is stand as a shelter to prevent soil erosion. That is shelter belts. Okay. Soil is eroded in different way, such as many human activities and by several natural forces. So we should prevent soil for future generation, because soil is a natural resource like other resources. As renewable resources, if it is renewable resources, it takes millions of years to form a small centimeter of topsoil. So it is very difficult to protect the soil for future generation. So it should be protected by the methods of employing terrace farming, strip cropping, shelter belts, etc. These are some important some methods only. There are several methods to prevent land degradation and soil erosion. You should study these points. Okay. Here today we discuss the types of soil on the basis of formation of soil and color, thickness, texture and its age. Soil can be classified as, in India soil can be classified as alluvial soil, black soil, then red and yellow soil, laterite soil, then arid soil and forest soil. You all know the features of each soil properly. Sometimes question is like that, write any three features of alluvial soil, or what were the difference between Bengal and Kharda soil, then difference between laterite soil and arid soil, or red and yellow soil and laterite soil, then 3 or 4, 5 features of black soil, then what are the features of forest soil, then the location, which states the soil the particular soil we can see, then how soil erosion happen and how to prevent soil erosion, what were the methods to prevent soil erosion, etc. we discussed today. If so, I will give some questions related to today's topic. Okay. We already discussed all features of alluvial soil in the last class and black soil. Here, distinguish between. If the question is distinguish between red soil and laterite soil. Here in red soil, weathering of igneous and metamorphic rocks. Red soil is formed by weathering of igneous rocks and metamorphic rocks. Okay, red soil is formed by weathering of igneous rocks and metamorphic rocks. But in laterite soil, it is formed due to leaching process. The process of making soil of laterite soil is leaching process. The next point, red soil is porous and less fertile in nature. But compared to red soil, compared to red soil, the laterite soil is humus rich, and the semi-arid areas of laterite soil is less fertile. Then it is in the red soil, it is less crystalline in nature, and laterite soil crystalline in nature. We can see laterite soil as crystal in nature, but in the case of red soil, it is less crystalline in nature. Okay. Then another important question. There are so many features. Here the question is any 3 features under laterite soil. Okay. Then another important question. Write any 3 or 4 features of arid soil. Arid soil. What is your answer? Arid soil is what type of soil? We all know it is dried in nature. Then by evaporating this here water produce salt also. Then by proper care of this soil we can cultivate here, cultivate there. Then arid soil it ranges from red and brown color. Then another important feature is nature is the soil content is very high. We can see saline content. So by evaporating this saline water we can produce salt. Then in the dried areas, due to heavy temperature, less humus in nature in arid soil. By giving proper care, we can cultivate in arid soil. Where we can see arid soil, western part of Rajasthan. Mostly we can see arid soil. Okay. Then another important question: features of forest soil. If the question is features of forest soil, what is your answer? From the title, we can understand the forest soil is seen in hilly and mountainous areas. Then the texture of this soil is varies according to the temperature in or the environment of that mountain. Then what is another? Here sometimes for denudation, so it causes soil erosion in hilly areas. Okay. Then what are the reasons for soil erosion? There are 2 types of reason: human activities, and then second reason, some natural forces. Human activities such as mining, construction, overgrazing, over-irrigation, deforestation, etc. are the reasons responsible for soil erosion. By applying suitable methods, we can prevent soil erosion and conserve soil. What were these factors? What were these conservation methods? By control cultivation, by terrace farming, strip cropping, then shelter belt, we can preserve soil. Okay. Our chapter is completed. This chapter is completed. Next day we will meet with next chapter. Goodbye.